Hello, welcome everyone. And we will do the revision of Introduction to DBMS. This is going to come in your Unit 1 exam. First we learn about database. It, it is organized collection of information that can easily be accessed, managed and updated. The overall purpose of a database is to record and maintain information that is relevant to the organization and necessary for making decisions. So database is a collection of a data which is in a organized. A organized data is called a database. If the data is organized in database, then it can be easily managed and we can easily update the data and we can easily manipulate or access the data anywhere. So wherever we require data, we can take our data from the database, and in database our data is easily accessible and we can easily manage our data. DBMS, Database Management System. A DBMS is a collection of programs that enables one or more users to create, manage and retrieve information from database. It acts as an interface between the user and application program. A DBMS is a software which enables more than one user to create or manage the database. It is a software which is used for the GUI, graphic user interface, with the database. It contains all the data and by which it manages. By the help of DBMS software we manage our database and we can create our database, we can manage our database and we can retrieve the data from our database. It provides a GUI by which a user can interact, and by the interaction a user can retrieve the information or can change the data, and or we can say manage the data by the help of DBMS software. Yeah, so by the means of DBMS it manages the whole data. It is a kind of software by which we can we get a GUI interface for with the database. Some of the advantages of DBMS. First one is to reduce data repetition. A DBMS helps in controlling duplication of data. The data is stored at one location and it is accessible to all the application programs, thus reducing both cost and space. So it reduces the duplication of data, that means redundancy of data. If data is at only one place, so it is at one place, so then the duplication of the data will not be there as it is not stored in different system. If the same data is stored in different system, then there will be the duplication of data, and if the data is at only at one place, then duplication of data will not be there. And if the data is storing at only one place, then it will also help in consuming less cost, as we don't require the different storage media for different system, and also the space in different system, if the storage space. Second one is integrity can be improved since the data is centralized and then it would be used by a number of user at a time. Hence it improves integrity, as the number, if the data will be centralized, that means client server architecture will be there, then all the data will be updated at the current time. All the data will be, we can get the data of a current time. But if suppose you are uploading your homework in RSL, at the same time we can see that who has uploaded the homework. So integrity can be improved by the help of DBMS. Database can ensure data security. It provides security to sensitive data by performing checks and giving selective access to user. As we have studied in network about the network security, we have login security and right right security, and DBMS also ensures the same security. In DBMS, that security is provided by the DBMS only, and database and DBMS gives the login security by which we can put our login ID and password. If we will put our login ID and password, then the person who have the login ID and password can use the database. As you have a login ID and password in Arcel software, so that only you can open, the person who have the login ID and the password can open the Arcel account for the particular ID if we have the password. So it ensures the security as no other person can see the data by the help of giving the security to the by the DBMS. Backup and recovery management. These are the procedures which are used in protecting a database against data loss or in case a disk crash occurs. If a disk crash occurs or our data will be lost, so then by the help of DBMS software, we can take the backup or we can have the recovery. There are the various recovery software under the DBMS by which we can recover our data if it is lost. Like if you lost your, sometimes you students lost their password of the Excel software, then by the help of DBMS software, by the which the Excel software is using, we retrieve your password. As many of you send message in a groups that you forget the password, so then you use a recovery option, and then your password is recovered by the DBMS software, and then we send to you. Then the you got the message of your password again by the help of recovery. So if the data loss will be less, as we can backup or we can do the recovery of our data by the DBMS. The advantage is data sorting. A collection of data is useless until it is managed in an organized way. A DBMS sorts the data in a particular order, which makes it easy to handle. So sorting means arranging the data in ascending or descending order. As if the data is not sorted, then it is very hard to handle. Like if the student detail is there and they are not organized by the roll number wise, then it is very difficult to find the student. And if the data is sorted, then it is easy to find the data and to handle the data. If the data is not organized, then it is of no use, or we can say that it is very difficult to handle that particular data. And if the data is sorted, that is in ascending or descending order, then it is very easy to handle that particular data. Data retrieving. By using an efficient DBMS, you can instantly retrieve any data from the database. So it, as we know, DBMS provides us a GUI, graphic user interface, to interact with the database. And if we have a good DBMS, then we can retrieve the data at the same time, and we will get the correct data at that particular time. So at any time we can retrieve, we can take out our data from the database. Now the types of database. A database can be organized in two types. There are the two types of database. One is flat database. It is relatively a simple database system which stores all the data in a single table. A flat file refers to the data files that contains record which have a small fixed number of fields without any structured relationship. Example, MS Excel. In MS Excel, in the last year you have done MS Excel, in which you have made a table, that and that particular table in MS Excel contain the specific record, and there are the limitation of columns, that is the field, and the rows, that are the record. The limit is there and there is no relationship between the different tables. As in MS Excel, we can only make a single table and there is no relationship between the different tables. So in flat database system, we have a simple database which stores the data in a single file, and or you can say in a single file there is a single table and there is no relationship between the different table which will be made in different files. So that is called a flat file. In flat file there will be a small record with a fixed number of records. Then the second type is relational database. A relational database is a type of database that stores data in several tables. In relationship database, we store the database in more than one table. We can have more than one table in relational database. These tables are related to one another in such a way that whenever there is a need, the data can be joined and information can be accessed from them at once. So if there is more than one table, we can relate the table one table to another. And whenever the data is required, we can access the data from any of the table. The relationship between the different tables can be defined by their common fields. So fields are the columns, and when we make a relationship between the different fields, we can have a relationship between them and we can join the table with the help of the common field. The main advantage of using a relational database is that you are not required to enter repetitive information in tables again and again, which turn saves time. So if the example is Oracle base and MS Access, and you will study MS Access in this year, the advantage is that when we make a relationship between the different table, so we don't require to enter the same information again and again. If we have information in one table and we are connecting that particular table with the another table, then we don't require to enter the same data again. What we can do is we can access that data from the another table. That's the advantage of relational database. We have more than one table and then we will make a relationship between them with using the common field. That means using the common column, and then we can access the data from the another table. Then if we are using the same data again, we are not making it again, then that means that will save our time. Components of RDBMS. RDBMS means Relationship Database Management System. A database contains specific structure to store data. Some basic terminologies used in database. So the components of RDBMS are we will study it in which a database is always a specific structure will be there, and these terminologies are first one is table. Table store the complete data in a structured manner. In table, we can store the data in a structured way, and the store data in the form of rows and columns. In table, we store the data in the form of row and column. And row we will call the record, and column will be called field. Every table has finite number of columns but can have infinite rows. In relationship database, we have a finite number of column, and that means there is a limit in a column and there will be no limit, that is infinite rows for that particular column. So basically table is a structured database. We store the data in a structured way, that means in a row and column. Elements of table. First one is field. All column in a tables are called fields. A field contain only one type of information. So the first element of table is field, that is column. In here a we call column a field, and record. The rows in a table are called record, and for the rows we call it a record. And the third element is data, a set of characters that represent a valid value is known as data. Any valid value what we will put there, that will be considered as a data. The second component is queries. You have different chapters, that means separate chapter for all these component this year, and this is just the basic terminologies which you must know, and we will study these in a full detail when the chapter of queries and form will come. The second component is queries. As the name suggests, queries are used to ask questions from the database. Our database store vast amount of data, but queries help us to retrieve and filter data based upon some conditions. Queries are used to perform actions such as delete, update, etc. on the database upon some criteria. So queries are basically what we ask from the database. That means a statement which we write, and according to that statement, data is filtered, and we retrieve the data according to it, or we can update the data by the help of that particular query. In query, we will have a statement. In that statement, we will put some criteria, and the database will work according to that particular criteria. That is our query. And the next component is form. Forms are user-friendly interfaces that facilitate the process of entering data in a tables and queries. A form has an attractive interface that accepts data from the user and forwards it to corresponding table or query. So form is like provides a interface. In that particular interface, we put the data in it, and the form is very attractive, and in the attractive manner we can put our data when the data when we have a GUI, interface, a graphic user interface by which we can easily input our data, and that data that we will write in the form will go directly into that particular table which is connected to that form. Reports are used to display selected data in printable formats. Reports collect the summarized data from one or more tables, queries, and organize it in a printable form. So report display the summary of our data it provides a summary of our data in a printable manner. When we have our database and we want to print it, we can print it from the report. It will provide you the summary of that particular data and give you a printable format to print that particular data. What is relationship? Relationship are the links that associate a field in one table with the field in another table. In Access, you store data in multiple tables which are related to one another in such a way that if there is a need, the data can be joined from these tables and information can be retrieved. A relationship works by matching a field with the same name in both the table. In most cases, these matching fields are the primary key for one table that uniquely identify each record in the second table. As I told you about the database, that in relationship database, we can have more than one table. If we will have more than one table, we can join them together. And for joining them together, we must needed a common field, and that common field is, we will call it a primary key. That might be a primary key is a unique key which matches from one table to another. By the help of the primary key, we make a relationship. And how we make a relationship? By giving a unique key, and that unique key means the data will not be repeated in different records. Like in serial number, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this. We don't need a we don't have a repeated record. Like in roll number, there will be a not repeated record. And if we have a student name, two-person can have the same name, or address can two-person student can have the same address. If we have a record of, if we have a database of a student list, then we can make the primary roll number a primary key. That the primary key is always a unique key. So that's all for your this chapter. And for your unit 1, you can make the answer in your own language and go through with this chapter with this video, and you can make the answers which will come in the unit 1 by yourself. Thank you.